Welcome to America's heartland, Haubstadt, Indiana, home of the Tri-State Speedway. Some of the nation's top modified talent is here tonight to prepare for the June 7th kickoff to the Summit Summer Nationals. This track is very well known for its track prep and smooth racing conditions. The teams are getting ready for hot laps. Let's head down to the pits to hear from a few of the drivers.
We normally run pretty decent here. We kind of switched up some things on the car. I haven't been up here since then. Kind of, just shake it down for that. We've been running good, kind of pretty good everywhere else, so we thought we'd come up here and give it a shot. After last night, we didn't really tear up much, so we thought we'd come up here and put in another race for the weekend. I think it's because there's so many cars. You get cars north, you get cars south. It's almost like a meeting spot right here.
Well, this place is always a good place to run. There's always moisture throughout the night, so we're going to try a few different things. It's the first time here on a new car, so we're going to see what happens. Well, there's a lot of times if the cushion don't get too big, there may be two grooves. A lot of times it's at the bottom later on in the night. A lot of times, if the cushion isn't too bad, you can get up there and try to keep your momentum up. But pretty tight racetrack, so you got to be up on the wheel.
Just good. We're trying some different stuff. We were all right the other night, but I feel like there's some speed on the table, so we come here tonight and try a couple different things, and just trying to get dialed in. We ran second in that big race last year, and I really wanted to win it. We had a little bit of an issue, mechanical issue, and still ran second. And to lose to Gilpin, I guess I can't complain, but I really want to win at the home track, and that's a big money show up here, so I really want to just kind of like take my home turf type of deal. So, and just the history and prestige of this place, and of all the big name people who ran here throughout the years. It's been, I think it opened in the 50s maybe, and there's a lot of big name guys that went on to bigger things that ran here, and the fan base is always, phenomenal. You can't go anywhere else in the country and get this kind of fan base up here Eldora probably. And just the surface, Tommy takes his stuff serious, and he really gets this thing to where you can race on it, and you can, it's just a raceable racetrack, and it's just, the competition's tough up here, People on a normal night, you got 5-10 guys that can win here on any given night, and man, I tell you what, it's just, if you can come up here and win, you've got a pretty good piece, so, that's just why we keep us coming back anyway.
I don't know, it's just a real nice racetrack, it's close to home. It's where I started out racing years ago. And it's just a real nice racetrack. This is our first night out with a brand new car. We're running a little bit behind this year. We just finished this car up probably 2 hours ago. So we don't know what to expect tonight. We hope to just kind of shake things down tonight and be ready to go for the Summer Nationals here in a couple of weeks.
Tonight we're going to try to find a little more traction in the feature. Last time we led 23 laps of it, and Levi got his flight off the bottom. So hopefully tonight we make the right changes in the car and pick up a win. Yeah, this track's definitely very unique. It's super tight corners and long straightaways. I always just kind of commit to the tires and just hit my marks down there and pick them off on the bottom.
Well, I'm looking for a lot because we have had success here in the last few years, but last year it was not as good and it hasn't been any better this year. Really, we're just not in the track like we need to be. So we're struggling and searching, trying to find something that works at this place. So I'm glad they're running, again before the 5,000 or 3,000 show, whatever it is. It's a good show. And so, we're just trying all kinds of stuff just to see if we can find something that'll maybe help us here. There's a lot of really good cars that run here all the time, and there'll be a really bunch of stout cars here for the big show. So, yeah, it is really weird. It's a fun place to race, and you never know where the fast groove is. I think it depends on more whose car works better somewhere, but some guys can make the top work. He might be the only guy that can make it work, and then everybody else, one guy might make the bottom work. It just makes everybody look silly when they get it right.
Hot laps are over. Drivers meeting underway. The crowd is continuing to file in, and Haubstadt provides some beautiful scenery. Sprint cars just finished up their heats. Let's get into heat race number 1, brought to you by Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop. Mark Lamont And Larry Anderson lead us off from the front row. Oh, and Anderson goes around in front of the entire field. Lucky nothing major happened there. So we'll have a restart with Lamont and Powers on the front row this time. Lamont gets out again to an easy lead. Mark Cole in that second spot right now, fighting it out with Powers, and that's Grant Hagan and that 12 car running on the high side. Lamont leads him down the front stretch. We're green and clean on lap 1. Hagan throws it up on the top side. Lamont easy out there. And we got one stopped on the track. That's Larry Anderson. That'll be his second caution, and he'll head to the pits as this is a 2-spin track. Lamont leads us on the restart. Cole following second. Lamont out to an easy, comfortable lead. Powers running that low side. Hagan trying to get up there with him. And that's Dave Beck back there in 5th. Hagan's gonna get by Powers. Lamont won Friday night at Paducah International Raceway, his first win of the season. And he's been quite successful here at Tri-State so far this season. Oh, and Hagan pushes up against the wall, but he's got a comfortable enough lead over those guys, so no problems there. Stan Phillips rocking the high side. And Stan Beatles right there with him, fighting it out for position. Hagan trying to pressure Cole. Just throws it right up there against the berm. You can see the advantage of that top side not having to slow down quite as early. Taking a long way around. And Hagan's gonna get Coles for the second spot. Lamont continuing to lead the way. Making it look easy out there. Of course, he hasn't had to encounter any lap traffic or anything. Top 4 will transfer into the A main. Everybody else will go to the B main as we hit our white flag lap. So Lamont leads green to checkers, takes it in heat race number 1. Let's head down into the pits and catch up with Mark Lamont, winner of heat race number 1.
We basically just got out and lead first lap. I didn't see anybody, so just kept rolling and trying to be smooth and not mess up myself. We got to get faster. We're still a couple of minutes slower than a couple of guys in the second heat, so we're going to try to pick up the speed. All right, everybody, Lucas Oil Center, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, Sandy's Pizza, Bex Hybrid, M&M Resources, Tech Racing, MBR, everybody that helped us, Brandon. I couldn't do any of this without him working on this thing. My wife, my family, everybody supports me. We're going to go try to win it.
And here we go for the RacePartsTrader.com heat race number 2. That's Brian Markham and Tyler Ruiz on the front row. Zach Fair and Levi Kissinger rolling off on the second row. And they're going to split Markham and make easy work of him as Kissinger runs it up on the high side. Going to try taking the lead away from Weiss on the opening lap, and he gets it all the way from 4th place on the first lap. Weiss has been very successful as of late, winning at Chandler Motor Speedway against Jamie Lomax. At the time was number 1 in the nation, and Kenny Wallace. Fair has also seen a lot of early success here in 2014. Kissinger won our last outing here at Tri-State Speedway, and he's trying to make it 2 in a row tonight. Fair and Kissinger put on quite a battle last time we were out here at Tri-State Speedway, with Kissinger taking the lead with 2 to go, leading the white flag by roughly 6 inches. Fair gaining some ground on Kissinger, trying to pressure him as they both like that low line. Fair really likes to hug the tires down there. See, Kissinger's getting just a little bit lower on entry. Early in here, lap traffic gone to be an issue. We see a smoking car out there. And they get around Troy Duggar. He goes high and lets them get by. Flagman's pretty good here at Tri-State Speedway about that move over flag. Quite a bit of smoke coming out of that lap traffic car. We hope he hangs on through the end of the heat race and doesn't puke a motor. Blake Davis pouring out the white smoke. Kissinger, Fair, no problem getting around him. White flag is out. This has been an exciting battle for the lead as Fair has been pressuring him the entire heat race. Right up on that quarter panel, but it looks like Kissinger's going to carry the momentum and take heat race number 2. And your top 4 will transfer into the feature. 16 cars will be set. Let's head down to the pits and hear from Kissinger.
Oh, it's typical heat race stuff, you know, the field are all set, you got to start the traffic. I mean, start the side to back, you know. I mean, I think we've both been pretty good here all year so far, and I knew I had to get in front of him, you know, and then once I did make my car, I wasn't that great, you know, I didn't read the track very good. I kind of put my stuff in the neutral right there a while ago, and but I mean, we were good enough, you know, to stay out in front there and get the win, you know, make some adjustments on it here, and stay up front and start down by the front row, which is always good starting on the front row inside and we're out. So I don't know, like I said, we'll just see, you know, see what the track does here. Make some adjustments, and I know that he'll be tough. I mean, luckily he'll be starting a couple rows back now, so I didn't really want to prove something there. So it'll be tough, you know. I just gotta hit my marks, don't be consistent, get another decent win here. Oh, you know, like my mom and dad, you know, sister Green, you know, I had a good run in, started in the back, you know. Still been trying to toss ideas down, trying to get ready for the big race coming up, and you know, in the Place Beat store, they got one of their cars, you know, they're up here helping on the car tonight. Ted Brown, Tony Auto Body and Paint, super good guy. Cummins Racing Engines, Mark around here, it's motor runs good. Standard race cars, you know, I can't say enough about them. You know, if you look, they're in front of the field right now, wherever we go, it's like it. I mean, it's showing, they're good cars. Mavco, Warstock, Integra, KBC Graphics, Red Angus, Young's Well Service. I don't know, just there's a lot of people, you know, that help us deal, and hopefully keep it rolling up here, you know.
And here we go at the Miles Racing Fuel Heat Race number 3. Sean Cates and Johnny Young leading us on the front row. Cates, a local driver. Young out of Hopkinsville, Kentucky. As Clayton Miller splits Michael Fox and Cliff Tooley moving in that 3rd spot. Miller trying to take away the 2nd spot from Johnny Young. Fox going to follow him right around the bottom there. And that 21S you see in the back of the shot, that's Steven Schnapp. And he's quite a successful driver here at Tri-State Speedway. Cates leading the way. Not really running the high line, kind of running a high-medium line as Miller and Fox run that low line. Miller gets a good bite off the middle of the turn. Slowly but surely gaining some ground on Cates as Cates runs a little high. Miller runs Paducah and Clarksville quite often, usually doubling it up in a late model every race night. Of course, tonight we're running the sprint cars here with the Modifieds. Miller gonna try running down low, and Cates runs up really high against the wall, and that's gonna be an opening for Miller as he pulls alongside as they hit the start-finish line. Fox trying to creep down low. We got a three-way battle for the lead. Snap says, wait, I'm gonna make it four-way. Miller takes the lead. Fox down low, trying to get a good run off those tires. And he's gonna battle door to door with Miller. Miller able to carry his momentum just slightly better than Fox, and he's gonna lead that lap. Snap gonna go down low, and he's trying to take that third spot. Miller out to a half a car lead. Snap's gonna try to pressure them as we hit the white flag lap. He's gonna hit that high line. Try to run the cushion around here. Miller gets a good run off turn two, and he's got a comfortable lead now. As again, they lap Clifton Brock coming to the checkers. Blake Miller, Fox, Snap, and Cates. Your top four transferring in. Johnny Young is gonna head to that B main. We'll take 4 cars out of the B main, set our field of 20. We ran down to the pits and we caught up with Clayton Miller. Let's hear from him now.
Yeah, it was, I picked my line through around. It looked like the middle was good. It looked like it had some grip through it, so I just kept working it hard. And, I seen Fox coming in under us. I kind of started chopping a little bit at 3 and 4. And just kind of had to slow my momentum down getting into the corner. I kind of wanted to overdrive it on the bottom. All cars pretty good. We're going to make a few more adjustments and run a little tighter on the bottom. We're pretty good starting spot for where we started in the heat race, so I'm kind of excited about the picture. Hopefully do some good here tonight. So Lexington Landscape, big sponsor, Powell's Transmission, and my 2 main sponsors. We got Morse Wall Construction, Blackwell Construction, Joe's Small Engines. They've come on board this year and helped us a bunch fixing Performance Fabrication, which is my dad. DEI, Dane Elliott Industrial Tool. He does a lot of my little high-end stuff on the car. It helps me out. Without all them people, we couldn't make it happen.
And here we go. Heat race number 4 brought to you by Firethorn Marketing, one of the leading motorsports marketing groups out there. Nathan Seeley and Dustin Rowland's going to lead us. Oh, and that 41 of Lance Foreman goes around. And we have a caution on our hands on the opening lap. Seeley and Rollins gonna lead us back to the green. Dave Mitchell moves up in that second row alongside of Dustin Beck. That is David Beck's son. Mitchell pushing up a little high in the 3 and 4 there. Up high, that's Trent Young, one of the more dominant drivers we've had over the last couple of years. And we have some debris on the front stretch to bring out the yellow. So Seeley, Rollins, Mitchell, Young, and Beck. Trent Young gonna throw it up there on the high side. Gets cut off by Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell having a little bit of problem. Lewis in that 4th transfer spot right now. Beck been able to slice and dice through some traffic to get up to that 2nd spot. Rollins following right behind him. Young still trying to make that high side work. Beck goes out to the lead. It's by Sealy. Lewis gonna try getting up on his bumper. He's got Rollins all over him. Young just throwing it right up there on that top side. Talked to a few of the drivers and said the best way to run that cushion here at Tri-State Speedway, especially when the sprint cars are here, is actually to straddle the cushion, put 2 in the fluff, 2 down low, and that's how they get their run off that cushion. Watch a sprint car race, those guys like to be right up on the cushion, bang off of it, and get their momentum that way. Young pushes up high, trying to get by Lewis, just can't make it happen right now. Beck out to a very comfortable lead, and that's 75. He's one of our local guys as well here at Tri-State Speedway. Young still working on Lewis, taking the long way around. Lewis right down there on those tires. And Young's gonna get by him on the backstretch. Young towing all the way in from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Couple-hour drive here to Haubstadt, Indiana. Beck's got this one under control as he takes the white flag. Trying to put Mitchell a lap down. And your winner is going to be Dustin Beck. Trent Young. Lewis in third. He went down to the pits and caught up with Dustin Beck. Let's hear from him now.
Well, started the second row outside. A couple guys got around him. He passed me for that last caution. I see him up high. So I thought the high side was the way to go. On that next restart, he got blocked off. So I just going to hold the bottom and see if it's going to happen or not. I never seen this before. Ted Brown, quality paint body shop, KBC graphics, Sam's Pizza, Right Still, Spec Racing.
And Tri-State Speedway, very well known for their track prep. A lot of times after these heat races, they'll go ahead and rip up the track, get it reset for the features. And here we go, some B-main highlights as David Beck leads them to the flag. Carl McGowan having a little bit of problems. We'll have a restart. Oh, and Josh Harper hard into the outside wall. That'll end his night. Beck easy leading out there. 10 of Matt Lane and that 10 wide 2 of Johnny Young battling it out for that second spot. Oh, as Rollins goes around. We'll have a restart again as Beck, Lane, Young, Jensen lead us out. Top 4 will transfer into the A main. And Beck easily takes it, followed by Lane, Young, and Jensen all transferring into your A main lineup. So here we go, tonight's 25-lap feature from Tri-State Speedway, Haubstadt, Indiana, UMP Modifieds. And here's your Allen's Dirt the Game starting grid. Mark Lamont and Levi Kissinger set to lead us off from the front row. Field stacked of talent. We had 34 cars showed up tonight. 2 weeks from now, I imagine that number will be double. Devin Gilpin winning last year's Summer National kickoff, as Lamont and Kissinger will take the green. Kissinger ran the low line in the heats, but he's going to take that high line and get out in front of Lamont. We have a lot of great sponsors that make this possible, including Ted Brown. You see a name come across the top of the screen, make sure you look for him on Facebook. Kissinger out to an easy lead over Lamont, as those guys are slicing and dicing through some heavy traffic. Oh, and we've got a melee in turn 4. Some of the guys towards the back of the pack involved in that one. Brian Markham, Nathan Seeley, Mark Coles, all involved. Jensen. And here we go, single file restart. Kissinger leads them off turn 4 down the front stretch. Gets out to a 2-car length lead. Young gonna try throwing it up on the top shelf and get a run into the top 3. Kissinger just throwing that thing in there. Really drives it almost like a sprint car, the way they like to back it in. Hagan trying to get up on the bumper of Miller as Young taps the wall there on the backstretch. And this is a little bit of momentum. Kissinger, Lamont, and Miller like to run that low line here. Young loves running that top line. Oh, as we have Hagan stopped in 1 and 2. Here we go on a restart again. Kissinger leads them down turn 4, and here we go, green flag. Lamont going to try sticking with him a little bit better this time. And we have another caution. Kissinger once again leads us on a restart to the green flag. Young all over Lamont's bumper, trying to get that momentum up there. Now we see Zach Fair finally in the picture, all over Clayton Miller's back bumper. Miller battled last night at Western Kentucky Speedway with Tyler Weiss, who would eventually win that show. Lamont under Kissinger, trying to make a go of it down low and getting right on those tires, pushing Kissinger up off of his preferred line. Good, hard, clean racing. I might have saw something there in turn 4, but I'm not sure. We'll take a look on the next lap as Kissinger continues the lead. Yep, you can see that shiny object. That looks like a drive shaft up there. This guy's got to be wondering when that yellow is going to fly. Young, oh, there we go. Young was just getting his groove in there on the top line as the yellow comes out. You can see that's kind of split between the high line and that preferred low line for many of these guys, but still not a good object to have on the track. As Kissinger leads us once again back to the green. Lamont trying to hang with him. Had a pretty good run there for about 2 or 3 laps right with Kissinger. Fair running over those tires down low, trying to pick up any speed he can find down there. And he cruises into the 3rd spot with Young battling back out of that 4th spot into 3rd. Miller moving up to the high side, trying to find some speed up there. Miller hasn't always had success here at Tri-State Speedway, and he'll even admit, always looking for something. And Hagan will bring out his 2nd caution, and he'll see the black flag. Kissinger just been rock solid on these restarts, but Fair's trying to make his way up there. I think he might have something for him if he can get up there past Lamont. but Mark's not going to make it easy on Zach as Trent Young continues to fly around that high side. You saw Steven Schnapp right before the caution getting up in there. Like I said, he's one of the more dominant drivers here over the last couple of years at Tri-State Speedway. Kissinger getting out to a very comfortable lead. And at 8K. Fair trying to pressure Lamont for that second spot. Both running that low line. You just have to admire how smooth this racetrack looks. Fair just continues to slowly but surely close the distance on Lamont's bumper. Both these guys known as pretty clean racers. Schnapp trying to get up there with them. Make that a three-way battle for the second spot. So the battle for second continues. Fair trying to dive bomb it down in there underneath Lamont. But as he does, he slows his momentum right in the middle of the turn, and Lamont gets a good run off. Schnapp trying to close the distance again. Kissinger out to a very comfortable lead as he's getting ready to lap Joel Jensen. Getting into some pretty heavy lap traffic there. At 10Y2, of course, that is Trent Young's dad. Johnny Young out there, Young's Well Service. And he'll move over and let our leader continue by. So Kissinger sets his sights on Brian Markham as his next victim to go a lap down. Sean Cates right after that. Now our runner-up getting ready to encounter some heavy lap traffic. These guys probably won't be as inclined to move over for the second place car when they're racing for position themselves. So we'll see how this lap traffic continues to play a part in this battle for second place. And it looks like they're both going to get by pretty comfortable. Zach Fair right up on the quarter panel of Mark Lamont, but Lamont continues to pull away with a pretty strong drive coming off two. Fair, I think he may have had second on that lap as they came across the start-finish line, and he's got a really good run on Lamont. As Kissinger is going to take the white flag, leading it green to checkers here. Only had a couple little battles he had to dispute with Mark Lamont. As Lamont and Fair battle it out here, coming off four. Lamont's going to run that high side and take home second place with Zach Fair in third and Steven Schnapp in fourth. Trent Young will come home fifth. Tyler Weath sixth. Clayton Miller falls all the way back to seventh. And Dave Beck brings in the eighth spot. Tim Lewis in ninth. Sean Cates in 10th. Joel Jensen holds on for 11th. Johnny Young runs it out in 12th. And Matt Lane in 13th as the final car on the track at the completion of the feature. So Kissinger makes it 2 in a row here at Tri-State Speedway, and he's got to be feeling pretty good about going into the June 7th Summer Nationals race here at Tri-State Speedway. And you can tell he's excited. That fist pump getting out of the car, hug from his mom and his sister. And he's got to get a picture with the trophy queen. Picture with the family. And we're all excited about holding the trophy. We caught up with Levi after the race. Let's hear from him now.
Oh,
I knew we were, like, I was nervous. He watered the track where I went with for the sprint car feature. It was pretty wet still. The track, he was tip-top shape, on the car. We found something there, and I think we found something really good here, and just kind of anxious to big race cut up in 2 weeks. The lights went out once again, but I don't know, we just needed a long run. Like, my car was better on the longer runs, like get rolling a little bit. We probably had that long run there at the end, it really was pretty good. That's all I needed, get the car out in clean air and just get some laps in. Hit my marks, if I didn't keep up, I knew we were pretty good. We ran 5 laps with the drive shaft landing turn 4, and I about hit it, so I stuck my arm out the window, and as soon as I did that, he stuck his nose in there, and I was like, so we ran 5 laps, so I was trying to split the drive shaft coming out turn 4, and they finally seen it through the yellow, and I was like, man, that was about goofed up bad there, but I finally got back in my little rhythm there after I got that. I was upset because I was like, man, we raced the drive shaft, that's pretty dangerous, and nobody's seen it, but once we got rolling again, I was like, I knew we were pretty good, I was just out there cruising, mainly, I didn't want to really abuse my stuff unless I had to, we got lap traffic, and they got the racing pretty hard there, I wasn't sure how close they were. I was out there to make sure I didn't goof up, so other than that, I was like, can't complain. Yes, sir. I was kind of nervous when we started tonight. I was like, man, I don't know what we got. And after the feature, I think we found something. We found a little sweet spot there. I'm telling you right now, that's one of the best races I've had up here, I've had a lot left in the tank there, just I wouldn't have used in needing it unless I had to. But I'm ready for some of the big guys to come in here. There's always a lot of big name guys here, but I'm just ready for a couple more guys to come in here, see what we got against them. I know that I'm sure the big names, like I'm sure Devin come back. He won last year, and see if we can't beat him this year, So, mom, my dad, my whole family, Kelsey Shrimp, my uncle and his family, he's been helping out. Emmett's the place keeper. All the guys from there come help. They give us money. They come help their time. Ted Brown's Quality Auto Body and Paint, super good guy. KBC Graphics, Bandit Race Cars, I can't say enough. Mark Cummins is racing, this place is built on horsepower, and I'm never down up here on horsepower, I can use it all. Young's Well Service, AFCO, War Shots, Integra, tonight it was all about my buddy, Aaron Gray. His father passed away. This one was just for Tony. He was a super good guy. They helped me out. They are good people, and I hate that. So this win tonight was for him. Like I said, I was excited, but the race ain't nothing that exciting when something like that happens. So this one's for him tonight. Race day vlog. Like I said, it's publicity. Like I said, it's getting us out there. So guys, just follow them, follow us, it's good to get some grassroots racing here, just give them a like and just follow them, and the coverage is top notch when it comes to dirt modified racing, so just like them guys. I don't know, there's a lot of people to thank, I got a kitchen with 4 people, I can't name everybody.
Always a good time here at Tri-State Speedway. If you haven't made plans to do so, make sure you come out for the June 7th kickoff to the Summit Summer Nationals here at Tri-State Speedway. Most of the top drivers in the UMP world will be here. Last year's winner, 2-time defending national champion Devin Gilpin. We'd like to thank our sponsors once again. Make sure you look them all up on Facebook. Tell them how much you like this video. And while you're at it, go ahead and share this video, like it, subscribe to our channel, and like Race Day Vlogs on Facebook. We'll catch you again here in 2 weeks from Tri-State Speedway.